Hey guys, hope you're all doing great. I'm Hoodie, and today we're gonna check out some Reddit stories together. And if you enjoy listening to Reddit stories, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Alright everyone, welcome back. Grab a drink, get comfortable, because today's first story is the kind that starts as girls' night, and ends as, why are we even friends? Am I the a-holy for leaving my bachelorette party because my friends hired strippers? I'm a 31-year-old woman, and my wedding is coming up in January. One of my closest friends was going to be out of town for most of the month, so my friends decided to throw my bachelorette party early. I agreed, but I was extremely clear about one thing. I did not want strippers. I told them directly. I wasn't joking. I wasn't being coy. They all said they understood and promised they wouldn't do anything like that. The night itself started off great. We rented a small venue, played games, drank, laughed. Everything felt normal and fun. Then, around midnight, my best friend suddenly says, "Oh, the delivery is here." I assumed she meant food. I was very wrong. Two men walked in with her. The music changed immediately, and before I could even process what was happening, they started dancing. I completely froze. One of them walked straight up to me, grabbed my hand, and pressed it against his bare torso. He was sweaty, and I absolutely hate being touched, especially when someone is sweaty. I panicked, trying not to cause a scene. I pulled my hand away and said something like, "Let me go to the bathroom real quick, I'll be right back." Everyone cheered. I went to the bathroom. Then I walked straight out of the venue and went home. I didn't yell. I didn't argue. I didn't stop anyone else from staying. I just removed myself from a situation I didn't consent to. The next morning, my phone was full of angry messages and voicemails. My friend said I was ungrateful for the time and money they spent. They accused me of abandoning them and ruining the night. Apparently, I had also agreed to give two girls a ride home, which I forgot because I left in such a rush. My best friend sent me a long message saying she was hurt and disappointed, and that she didn't even know if she wanted to come to my wedding unless I apologized, especially since she was leaving town that day and I didn't say goodbye. Here's where I'm conflicted. I was very clear about not wanting strippers. My fiancé and I also had an agreement. No strippers, no exceptions. My fiancé was actually relieved I left. My sister is on my side, but now I've upset half my wedding party, and my wedding is next month, so I don't know what to do. Do I apologize just to keep the peace? Or did I do the right thing by walking away? Most commenters were firmly on OP's side. One person pointed out that this was her bachelorette party, and she clearly set boundaries beforehand. Leaving was her way of honoring both herself and her relationship. Another commenter said the night was supposed to be about her, and ignoring her one clear request was selfish. Several people noted that if someone says no, and you do it anyway, the consequences are on you, not them. One comment summed it up perfectly. You didn't cause a scene. You didn't cancel the party. You simply left so they could enjoy what they booked. Others suggested that the friends may have wanted the strippers for themselves and were using the bachelorette party as an excuse. And many people took issue with the best friend threatening to skip the wedding unless OP apologized. About a week later, OP returned with an update. She clarified that she told her fiancé everything the same night it happened. He was awake waiting for her to get home, and she didn't hide anything from him. She sent a long message in a group chat explaining how hurt and angry she was, and that she would not apologize for leaving a situation where she felt uncomfortable and unsafe. She then made a big decision. She uninvited those friends from the wedding. After talking with her fiancé, she also decided to message several of their partners to explain what actually happened, because some of the stories being told didn't add up. She turned off her phone afterward. The next morning, she woke up to hundreds of messages. Some people apologized, others called her dramatic, and some were furious because their partners now knew the truth, and apparently several lies had been exposed. She also found out that the two girls she was supposed to drive home were told a completely different version of the story. One of them said she would have warned OP if she'd known what was really planned, and that she left early herself. Those two friends were later re-invited as guests. OP and her fiancé decided to drastically reduce the wedding party, keeping only her maid of honor and his best man. Then things got even worse. Her former best friend's husband called and revealed that the strippers weren't professionals at all. They were her brother's college roommates, age 19 and 21. One of them had allegedly bragged about a sexual encounter with OP's former best friend that night. The husband was devastated and unsure what to do, especially since they have young children. OP blocked the former friends completely and said her relationship and wedding were still solid. that she felt like she'd finally removed people who didn't respect her. Many people praised OP for having the courage to leave and for putting her marriage first. Several commenters pointed out that she honored her fiancé and her relationship, which takes real strength. Some even suggested that if Jenny's husband chose to walk away, it might actually spare him a lot of future pain and humiliation, especially considering the situation. Opie responded by saying her fiancé had offered support and even a place to stay if needed, but ultimately believed that staying together for the kids when a marriage is broken only causes more harm. Others commented on how shocking the downfall of her former best friend was, noting that while it's sad to lose a close friendship, everything that happened was a direct result of that friend's own choices. Many also highlighted how lucky Opie was to have a partner who was loving, understanding, and fully supportive throughout the entire ordeal. One commenter shared that real friends respect boundaries. If someone says they don't want strippers and just want to drink, laugh, and enjoy time together, that should be honored without question. In the end, most agreed that Opie did the right thing. She was honest with her partner, stood by her values, and protected her relationship. And now, the question is turned to you. What would you have done in her place? Now, let's move on to the next story. Posted by I just want to ask 123. Am I the a-holy for ending a long-term relationship after being left out of a work event? I'm 26 years old, and I was with my boyfriend for 4 years. We built a life together. We met each other's families. We were planning to move in together once my lease ended. But lately, the relationship fell off. Communication was poor, and I felt like I was doing most of the emotional work. One night, he told me he had a work dinner. He said it was employees only. I didn't question it. The next day, I saw photos on Instagram, posted by one of his co-workers. Partners were welcome, and there he was, sitting next to her all night, smiling, comfortable. This co-worker is someone people at his office openly refer to as his work wife. He always told me it was just a joke. Seeing those photos made everything click. When I confronted him, he said it wasn't a big deal and that he didn't want things to be awkward since we weren't married. After 4 years together, that explanation hurt more than I expected. It wasn't just about the dinner. It felt like the final straw in a long pattern of feeling sidelined. So I packed my things and left. Now his friends say I overreacted. He keeps calling and leaving messages, apologizing and asking to talk. And now I'm second-guessing myself. Was I wrong? Commenters immediately pointed out multiple red flags. Many said excluding a long-term partner from a partner welcome event was intentional. Others said sitting next to the so-called work wife all night and then dismissing OP's feelings was a huge warning sign. Several commenters shared that they were invited to work events far earlier in their relationships. Marriage wasn't a requirement. The overwhelming consensus. This wasn't an overreaction. This was a wake-up call. OP later returned with an update. She said everyone was right. There was more going on. A few days later, when she went to pick up the rest of her things, he was still begging and insisting nothing was happening. But shortly after, the co-worker posted photos online, essentially soft-launching their relationship. It was obvious the connection wasn't new. OP said everything finally made sense. The distance, the defensiveness, the lies. Blocking him felt like relief. She didn't ruin a good relationship. She walked away from someone who had already checked out. Alright, now it's your turn. What do you think about these situations? Would you have handled things differently? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you so much for listening, for supporting the channel, and for spending your time here today. And I'll see you in the next one.